Where's your spot here in Dallas? Where you going? Where you go out to?
I pretty much go everywhere on Cedar.
Everywhere.
Springs. Yeah, for
Cedar
real.
Springs is your area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually just if I'm not working, I
Yeah.
try to hit a little bit of everywhere.
Are you getting a lot of people noticing you? People like are they paying you just for appearances or what?
No, it's not.
Come
that
on.
good.
It's not that good.
They should be.
I know it
You
should.
should be doing Katy Perry roar in every place in here in
For real.
DFW.
It should be that way, but it's not. So
Do you try to like? How does that work? Like, is it because they're not asking? Are you not trying? Is that like what do you mean? Like,
no, you just kind of know.
you just kind of know. Yeah.
I mean, no Drag Race girl really like get paid for appearances unless it's like a specific
Like an event.
Okay.
event or performance or something like that. But just coming out, no, you on your own, boo. But I don't expect all of that. I really
Yeah.
don't. I enjoy being recognized and stuff, and
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing you'll hear in my house a lot because my girlfriend loves RuPaul Drag Race and got me into it. And all you hear is her going, "Yes, queen! Yes, queen!" and those challenges are intense. It's as intense behind the scene as it looks like. People are sweating. I got to get everything ready. I don't know how you guys do it so quickly. When it comes down to the challenges, like, is it as stressful as it seems on TV?
Yeah, because we got to get it done.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is very stressful.
It seems like one of the hardest things to do, especially because when you're given a time limit, right? And and with the makeup and the clothes, you guys make all the clothes.
But, I mean, production preps you very well. It's
Do
not
they?
like they want everybody to succeed.
Right.
So it's not like they just throw you in with the alligators.
I was gonna ask you, like, how much does production set you up for drama, and how much do they set you up for success? Because I think, like, when you talk about those reality shows and competition shows, they want
the problem
competition to be at its highest, though.
The problem with straight people is they see stuff and they like if something happens organically, they want it to continue to happen.
Yeah.
So they try to
Interesting.
they try to feed it to you, and
Do you think it's a straight person thing or a TV thing?
no, it's straight people.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was great. Can you do that again? And it's like if you just allow us to be us, then it's going to happen regardless.
So you can't
They
recreate
still
it.
haven't got that. They still haven't
Right.
That's
got
fair.
that concept. They,
So the people
but if the show is a fail, then they fail.
Yeah.
So they don't try to, set us up on anything. They want everybody to succeed. So
Okay.
they try to give us as much time as we can, but as they can.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we have to all stick to the rules.
It's I think there's a cool dynamic because it is entertainment, it is TV, it is a competition, it is drama, but then it's also a voice for a community as well at the same time. So it's like, yeah, you want the drama and all that stuff, but then it's also a really, really cool voice for a community and doing something that you're getting a platform now to do something that has been looked down upon in the past or still is in a lot of places.
Of course, and that's usually my message when I go on my bookings, is to spread the word of positivity about the show versus what they see on the show,
Sure.
and the people and the edits and stuff that make people appear or seem to be something that they're not in actuality. So it's like, okay, no. Let's be happy that there is a show that's breaking grounds.
Yeah.
That's breaking barriers within our community. That's what we need to be celebrating.
What do you think is the most common misconception of drag?
I don't think a lot of people don't take it seriously. Like it's not a profession, or, it's just some men in dresses walking around with a wig on. No, you know what I'm saying? It is a career. It is a profession.
It's a lifestyle.
Even before RuPaul's Drag Race, it was a career for a lot of entertainers.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the lack of respect.
What's an interesting conversation too is we were talking about this, and when someone changes from drag to, like, is it a he who's gay to switching to drag and then to turn into like a she? Like, could you explain that transition and how people address using he or she and stuff like that in the terms? I think a lot of people are naive to it.
Well, when it comes to me, I don't care what you call me.
Okay.
You know, it's what I decide to answer to.
Fair. Okay.
But
What do you answer to?
okay, I answer to, well, I mean, it's not a bad thing because I don't live my life as a woman.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, it becomes offensive when there's a transgendered woman
Yes.
who gets called a he. That's where the offensive part comes in at. But a drag queen, I mean, if I'm dressed as a woman, then I mean, hey, call me a she. But if you say it's he, I don't take offense to it because that's who I really am. But when I transform into Kennedy Davenport,
Right.
that's a totally different person, and that's my profession.
Okay.
Do you do it every night? Do you transform every night?
No.
Because that's a lot of work. I watched the show. That's a lot, dude. Brett, have you seen it?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. The makeup you guys do, that's impressive.
Yeah,
You are artists.
I don't work 7 days a week. I probably work pretty much every weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe once or twice a week or something like that, unless I go on tour, which will probably consist of me performing,
Cool.
like 5 to 7 nights of the week.
Wow, man.
How do you feel? How do you feel Dallas is as a city as far as being receptive to the drag community?
I think Dallas is wonderful.
Yeah?
I really do. I think Dallas is wonderful. We've had a lot of girls, a lot of entertainers to pave the way
Right.
for people like myself and the up and coming drag community. For pave the way for acceptance.
I read
in
that
our
you
community.
said that Texas as a whole was really good. And I was really surprised when I read that. You're like, yo, Texas as a whole actually does a really good job. And I was like really surprised because I thought Texas, typical, gunslinging red state Republican. And then when I read that, I was kind of interested, like where Scotty was going with that. Is that a understanding? Like, these cities all have great drag communities?
Texas as a whole, yeah. I mean, you can go anywhere in the United States and they know Texas is where the drag comes.
Really? Yeah. That's how I read.
Really?
You said that. Yeah. You said it's like a central point. I was like, oh my God. I was so shocked by that.
Like we have like the bigger the hair, the closer to Jesus.
Yeah.
Things like
Yeah.
that.
That's
All of
funny. I
that
like
stuff
that.
comes from
Crazy.
Texas. They know big hair, jewels, good talent, Hey, it all comes from Texas, and it's all because
Interesting.
these ladies have laid the foundation for us, and have created that respect.
RuPaul is one of the funniest humans I've ever seen in my life. On and off
Naturally
camera?
funny, yes.
Yeah. I've seen Ru on different, not just the show, but also doing interviews. I think one of the funniest things when Ru was with Trevor Noah, and it seems like so genuine. And is RuPaul somebody that off camera and behind the scenes, somebody that you could turn to as somebody that hey, I'm going through something in my life. I need some advice on some things. Is RuPaul you feel like someone you could turn to for that?
Honestly, I wouldn't know.
Really?
I don't have RuPaul number.
I was gonna say I watched your reaction. You kind of were like, yeah,
No, it's
yeah.
not. It's a total,
I had a feeling, yeah.
It's a total professional business relationship.
I was wondering how that
Nothing
relationship.
personal, but she's just a businesswoman,
Yeah.
and we there to get a check, and she's there to get a check.
It's interesting. It's like because it's a competition. We were just talking to some people from Survivor, and I did like a Survivor competition. I like the show, and they were talking about like Jeff Probst, who I'm a big fan as a host, like just skill wise. And I asked a couple people about Probst, and they're like, it's a competition. He's the executive producer. We have almost no interaction because it's a competition.
Yeah.
He needs to distance.
I mean,
do you think some of that's because it's a competition and there needs to be
Because
some
it's a competition, and she just can't. I understand that she just cannot be personal with
Yeah, that's what they were
everybody
saying,
that's
yeah.
competing. You know,
Yeah.
it may show favoritism or people may
Yeah,
get
that's
the
what they were
wrong
saying.
idea, or you know, so she have to keep it at a certain professional level.
Yeah, that's what they're
I
saying.
just didn't know because I think there's such an important message to be spread also that there
Good
might
question,
be a
yeah.
different dynamic between, you know, somebody that has paved the way, like RuPaul
Yeah.
has paved the way
Yeah.
for so many people. So I didn't know if there was a dynamic there where it's a little more community. I feel like, would you want that? Would you want that better relationship? You think? Yeah.
Of course I would.
Yeah.
I mean, I did an interview on Hey Queen, which is on YouTube, and I did a podcast interview with Wendy Ho, and she asked me the same thing. I think all RuPaul Drag Race girls would like that type of relationship with her. Off screen, but I mean, like I said before, if she chooses not to, that's her business. You know, I can't. I don't push for something that somebody else doesn't want.
Sure.
I mean, that's just like
In life,
that's just
yeah.
like being in school and you wanting to be the cool kid, or you wanting to play with everybody and everybody don't want to play with you.
I'm not gonna lie though, that still hurts though. You can tell it still hurts. That still hurts when the kids don't want to play with me, and I want to play with them. That still hurts.
But I
I
mean,
feel like that hurts my relationship.
the difference is that you are adults now, and
Still have feelings.
yeah, you still have feelings.
still
but
might get hurt.
At the same time, I've been in this business just as long as she have.
Right.
And if you want to treat it as a professional relationship,
Sure.
then we'll have it that way.
Right.
I'm not about to.
You're not gonna be desperate for it. Like if you
No,
want to reach out,
honey.
like we could have had that relationship. You don't want to have that relationship. I'm
No,
cool with it too.
ma'am, I love her and I respect her and I thank her for being the face
Yeah.
of our community, basically on television to, you know, open this up to the world, and I respect her wholeheartedly. But if there's nothing personal that she don't want to pick up the phone and call me, honey, I'm not pressed.
Fair enough.
And that's no tea, no
I love it.
shade. I respect the businesswoman.
I love that.